you're here today to learn a little bit more about what sliding means in the golf swing. So when a coach tells you what is sliding, we're gonna explain to you what that is, and we're gonna explain why it could be happening in your golf swing. So here's what sliding is. I want you to imagine a line drawn from your foot up to your hip, okay? And so as you set up, you have this line. This stick is gonna resemble that line. And sliding in your golf swing is when the hips move away from the target, okay? So it's not an upper body move that causes sliding, it's a lower body move with your hips. That would be sliding, okay? So that would be sliding backwards, and then there's also sliding forwards, okay? So imagine that same line drawn from your lead foot up to your hip. This stick is gonna resemble that. And if you slide too much in the downswing, you would be way in front of that line. So proper amount of slide in the downswing would look something like this, where maybe you've got the middle of your leg kind of going through that initial starting line. So now that you know what sliding is in the golf swing, now let's talk about what could be causing that sliding. Players who have a problem with sliding generally do something wrong with their trail foot. And so that trail foot on your backswing should stay very flat, okay? There should be pressure through the middle of your foot, okay? And what happens with players that slide is as they take the club back, they start to roll over the outside of that foot. So if that's you, you are probably sliding in your golf swing, okay? The pressure should be maintained on the inside part of that trail heel or right through the middle of your foot on that backswing. If you do that, you'll stop yourself from sliding. The next reason that you could be sliding could be with the lead foot. So I see a lot of players that as they go back, they lift that lead foot off the ground. It takes too much pressure off of this foot and it pushes them away from the target, okay? And one of the byproducts of you kind of lifting your foot off the ground or rolling your foot in is this lead knee goes away from where it started. So in the backswing, the lead knee can bend, but it should not move too far away. That will cause you to slide away from the target. The third main reason that you could be sliding in your golf swing is that as you take the club away, your first move is with your hips, okay? And if you do that, you're gonna pull yourself away from the target. This hip's gonna move back. I think that's pretty straightforward. What should happen is there should just be a turn, okay? As you turn, the head should go back, but the hips should not push away from the target. Now let's talk about sliding forward. What would cause that? Well, very simply, if you slide too far back, you got a long ways to go to get back into the right position forward. And so generally those players are gonna slide really far and they're gonna hit shots that go off to the right. So in excess of sliding in your golf swing is gonna minimize the amount you can actually rotate. It's gonna leave the face open, and it's also gonna get a club path that goes in to out, pushing the ball to the right. So if your ball is starting to the right and slicing to the right, you're sliding in your golf swing. If you've made it to this point, you now understand what sliding is and what some of the causes for that would be. And if you're interested in learning how to fix those problems, head to thestraightapproach.com for online lessons, and I'll look forward to seeing some of you soon.